Hello everybody! I'm Hope and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Fate Stay Night Realtanua! Previously, we had a rather relaxed episode. We chilled at home, sparred with Saber, realized that Ilya is okay with, she's gonna stay with us, you know? Ilya's no threat. She's homies with the boy Shirou. Everything's gonna be fine. We got a joke bad ending. We saw Saber in the bathtub. That was very interesting and peculiar. We had a really great scene with Saber and Shirou at the end of the last episode, in which they talk about how similar they are and how Saber thinks that Shirou's on the wrong path. The same path that she was on. So, very, very good day. Slower paced, comedic, but some serious moments sprinkled in. And we finally are most likely going to get to some real shit in this episode, because it's called Infinity Arms? I don't know what that means. Infinite Arms. Yes, exactly. But seriously, thank you guys so much for the support with the series, and I'm excited to just continue. Not much to say other than the game's, like, really good. I like it. You know? It's like a 7 out of 10 game. It is good. I'm kidding. Oh. Okay. That's fantastic way to start the episode. A red hill covered in corpses and a gray sky. The heavy clouds drifting away announced the end of the battle. Is this like the end of Conlan? Yes. I know this scene. This is a scene I've seen many times already. This is one of the battles Saber experienced. These are the remains of a battleground so familiar to her, as she is always victorious. After this, she will return to her castle. The people will celebrate her victory, and they will prepare for the next battle. Well, this isn't Conlan. This is just one of her battles. This is her everyday life. This is but one of the 12 great battles she has gone through. That is why she does not bear any memories of the victory, but merely accepts it calmly. I think about such random things. That is not a dream, just a cold truth that cannot be changed. From the moment she drew the sword from the stone, she was not human. After becoming a feudal lord like her father, she became a king with many knights. She was called King Arthur, or Arturia, and the girl who had tried to become a knight had her life turned around. No. It's more correct to say that it ended. And that instant, the girl with childlike features disappeared, and the only existence permitted was that of the King of Knights. She acted as the son of the king. That is because the one to govern many territories and controls the knights had to be male. Is this the same scene as the previous one? I'm in day 13, right? I could have swore we saw this scene at the... It's okay, I was just interested. The only ones who knew that the king was just a girl were her father and the Magus. She literally covered herself in steel and sealed the truth for all her life. Why didn't I realize what that meant? Someone placed before everyone managed to keep her identity secret. I don't know what suffering she went through, as I'm only watching from a distance. Time passes. Though these must be her memories of the 10 years she spent as king. There's only one thing common to all of them. Even on the throne, even in a hallway, even on the battlefield. No one talked to her. Oh, fuck. That is such a sad existence. Even the loud round table filled with the knights' tales of bravado falls silent when the king steps in. So that's what it means. She was only idolized. Many knights looked down on Arturia, who looked like a small kid, and they did not approve of swearing their sword to her. But because she drew out the sword that they could not, they had to obey her, at least in form. They just accepted disgrace, believing that it would pass. Even if she drew the sword, she is just a child. Even with Merlin's help, she will fail soon enough. When that happens, they need to only take the holy sword away from her and reselect the king. That's what most of the knights thought. But the results were different. The knight that just entered adulthood was a king without flaw. She brought peace to the fighting lords and immediately fought off the invading enemies. Of course, it wasn't because of the power of the holy sword. The holy sword only protects the king. It is the king's power that protects the country. And in that way, she suppressed the knights with results. The protection of the holy sword works only against an enemy's swords. It does not help rule over people's hearts. She worked hard to be an ideal king, and so the knights had to follow their king. They suppressed their dissatisfaction with the young king, as they saw he was perfect. She tried to be an ideal king. Being an ideal king was a condition of their support. There was no room for the human Arturia. The girl determined to be king, a great knight who pulled out the holy sword who did not age from that moment on, and one who won 12 great battles. The more perfect she was, the more people kept away from her. The longer she stayed that way, the more isolated she became. That was her true identity. Oh, this is so sad. But she still did well. No, she did too well. She defeated her enemies efficiently and minimized the victims in battle. No matter what kind of a war it is, a battle will have victims. So she believes she should make sacrifices before the war to prepare the army and to defeat the enemy efficiently. She would exhaust one village to prepare the army, defeat the invaders before they could damage the land, and save 10 villages. That was the solution she came up with as the king, and in truth, it was the best policy. But the knights must have been unhappy. For them, only the invaders should die. It was only proper to win without allowing any victims. Fair. Unfortunately, that's just not how war works, man. There's no need to sacrifice one's own territory before a battle. We will win, so there will be not any victims. There will not be any victims, so the king's actions are fruitless. That's what they thought. Of course, that was just a fantasy. Once the battle began, the knights did not think about the small villages. It was only natural for them to trample over them, as the small villages are not what they seek to protect. The knights say it is only natural to be destroyed by the invaders, but it is a great sin to destroy them with our own hands. Of course, she knew that, but a king cannot allow her personal feelings to affect her decisions. She kills her emotions to make a decision, and the knights suppress their personal feelings to obey. And after many sacrifices and continuing victories, the country became stable. The price of that was a revolt against the king. King Arthur does not understand human feelings. One knight said so and left the castle. It's a ridiculous story. Nobody wanted her to be human. They revolted against her because she didn't have a human's feelings. Fuck, man. Yeah. The Age of Chaos continues. The knights, who had been dissatisfied with the king for some time, became more dissatisfied after that one night left. They pushed all problems onto her and cornered her. Ruin was in sight. Death if she could not solve all the problems. Even if she did solve them, the result would be the same. But such trivial things are of no concern to a king. Her mind will not change, even if she is abandoned, feared, or betrayed. Probably because she had her mind made up long before. She abandoned her emotions from the moment she decided to pull out that sword. A scene from a few years before. Knights from all over the country gathered to try to pull out the sword in the stone, but nobody could pull it out, and the knights were desperate to choose the most superior king by competing jousting skills. The knights went to the arena and forgot about the sword. It felt much like watching a festival from a distance. In the distance are the brave sounds of the cavalry. The roars of the knights are far away, and there is no one around the stone. What did the girl think before that? Before she realized it, an unknown magus was standing behind her. Wow, they gave her the chance to... He says he's not trying to frighten her, but that she should stop. Yeah, we didn't see the first line, I don't believe. So, damn, she warned against her like that. She did have the warning, for sure. It also said that she would be resented by all humanity and die a miserable death. Oh. She took all of that on her shoulders? Oh my god. She could not have been without fear, because the magus showed her the end she would face if she took the sword.
Yeah.
But that just made the girl more determined. She nodded firmly, even when she was shown her future. The magus asks her if she is really fine with that. Oh man, that hits. That hits in the feels, dude. She takes the sword. The magus turns his back. Oh, and leaves those prophetic words. That's right. The girl only wanted to protect everyone, but to do so, she had to throw away the emotion of wanting to protect people. Because one cannot protect a country as king if one has human emotions. She accepted it and pulled out the sword. She accepted it and swore to live as the king, so her heart would not change even if she was abandoned, feared, or betrayed. She threw away her heart. The young girl decided to protect it in exchange for it. Who would ever know of such a sublime oath? No matter what. Even if there was inevitable solitary ruin awaiting at the end. And the end was this. The Battle of Camlan. One knight usurped the throne while King Arthur was on a campaign. Her country split into two, and a war began. In the legend, it is said that knights and chivalry were utterly destroyed. She slashed away the knights that once followed her, and attacked the lands she once protected. The knights who sided with her died and her body was crippled. There was nobody around her. That's normal. Nothing has changed. The only thing in her heart is her pride as the king. She knew of this end, but she still ran through her life because she believed something came of it. She has no regrets. But there is one regret, it is that the country is in ruin. She raises her eyes. She might be able to see the distant castle from this hill. But all that's there is the remains of the battle, a deep forest, and a lake she must return to. Yes, the hill she ran through is now a wall she cannot climb over. Strength escapes her shoulders, and for the first time, the girl lets go of the holy sword by her own will. And that is the end. It's only natural for the dream to end there, because that is the end of her memories. So this is one end that cannot be changed. She worked so hard, she was resented, and she is betrayed. I genuinely have chills, and I'm getting misty-eyed, not even gonna lie. No one ever realized that she loved the people more than the country, and she was always the merciless king. She was never rewarded or understood. On the Red Hill of Swords, the solitary girl, who was always betrayed, was about to face death. Fuck, dude. Okay. If that scene went on any longer, I think I would have shed a few tears, actually. Fuck. My eyes are very misty, though. Not even gonna lie. Fuck. Oh, that hurt. Oh, God. Utter pain, man. So much pain. The similarities between Artoria and Shirou are becoming more apparent to me. Fantastic characters, fantastic dynamic. Tragic characters, tragic dynamic. Also, that scene was written beautifully. The translators did a good job, I would say. Because, oh my lord, the writing was very good there, like, genuinely. I feel so bad for her. I feel like Fate Zero made Saber out to be pitiable instead of like having empathy for her. Like in Zero, she was portrayed as someone to just have pity for and to look down upon. Here, I just have empathy. Like, I just feel for her, you know? I wake up to the sound of the rain. I hold my shaking head and get my body up. It's not 6 yet. The sound of rain from outside isn't that loud. I rattle my teeth at the sudden headache, but it only lasts for a moment. Neither the pain nor the image that pops into my head lasts long. But that scene is more than enough to wake my brain up. Oh my god, they're playing this song. Wow, nostalgia. No, I don't even need to confirm it. That was Saber's past. It was the end of her life that happened a long time ago that cannot be changed. Before I realize it, I'm gritting my teeth. It's making a sound. Somehow I'm really angry. I grit my teeth loudly and suppress the urge to have a fit. Just remembering it makes me mad. Her past, her thinking nothing of it, and me thinking the dream was nothing. I don't like it. I don't know what I don't like about it, but I just don't. I hate it. I don't want that. That life was unfair, no matter how you look at it. Such a life is wrong. She only wished for others. She did not wish anything for herself in return. She worked so hard, but nobody knew about it. That pisses me off. That's just too unfair to her. They never viewed themselves. Just like Saber said to Shirou, you never consider yourself like that one. Like, they don't even think about them dying or anything. It's just, that's their purpose, to help other people, to serve themselves. They view themselves as literally nothing. They don't even think about themselves. That's just selflessness to its supreme degree. But in addition to that selflessness, you could argue that it is, what's the word I'm looking for? I'll have to come back to that thought. That's right. If she worked harder than anybody else, she should be rewarded the most. She has to be rewarded for all the things she's done. But what can be done now? Can I just tell her that she did a good job? Praise her that she was great? Of course not. Such easy words won't fix anything. That's right. If she's to be rewarded, her life must be repaid. The girl called Arturia has to become happy in proportion to how much she has fought. My train of thought stops there. I don't know how to make people happy. It makes me realize my own distortions. I've been living trying to be a hero, but all I've been doing is lending people a hand. I believed everybody around me would be happy if I helped others like that. No. I couldn't move forward with pride unless I believed that. Helping someone and saving someone are essentially different. I can't think of a way to reward Saber because I don't know the difference between the two. Damn, man. God, the writing is so good. Like, I really need time to digest that. There is so much to go in there with their characters. Jeez. The breakfast table is the same as always. Saber and Tosaka must be adaptable as they already seem to be used to Ilya's presence.
で、あんたはどうするのよ、シロ。残るマスターは3人。聖杯戦争だって期限がないってわけじゃないんだから、そろそろ行動に移らないとまずいわよ。
Tosaka's right. My body is fine and Saber is healed. Yesterday should be the last day of rest.
そうだな。けど、行動を起こすにしても、それは夜からだ。日が昇っているうちは今まで通りにする。
Fair enough.
本気？まあ、相手の情報がないんだから、闇雲に出歩いても仕方がないけどさ。じゃあ、シロは今日もセイバーにいじめられるわけ？
Training with Saber. That's the usual task, and it's natural for a master to prepare for battle.
リン、私とシロが行っているのは鍛錬です。今の発言は人聞きが悪すぎます。
いや、そうだな。午前中は今まで通りセイバーにしごかれるよ。
シロ、あなたまでそのように言われては私の立場がないのですわ。
いや、悪いセイバー。ぼーっとしてて聞いてなかった。
ですから、リンの言いぶりは乱暴すぎるという件です。
Honestly.
どうしたのです、シロ。今朝は覇気が感じられません。
No,
朝食も
never.
となく彩りにかけますし。
She asks, but Saber's words aren't criticizing. I can feel that Saber believes in me. That's why it's even harder to look at her now. If I do, the image of that hill pops into my head.
わかりました。後ほどカツを入れて差し上げます。それでは今日も道場で鍛錬をするでいいのですね、シロ。
ああ、頼む。イリアはどうするんだ？
私も昨日と同じだよ。雨に濡れるのは嫌いだから外に出たくないわ。
Very fair.
そうか。そうしてくれると助かる。できればイリアには家にいてほしいからな。
昨日みたいにお弁当作ってくれるなら一緒にいてあげてもいいよ。
Seems Ilya liked the box lunch yesterday. I'm a bit embarrassed that she's content with such a thing, but I'm happy if she's happy.
なんだ。それじゃあ昨日と同じってことね。私も調べ物があるから部屋にこもるけど、午後になったら顔を出しなさい。
Oh, really? Okay.
調べ物ですか？そう。セイバーなら分かってると思うけど、昨日から竜道寺の様子がおかしいのよ。あれだけ精力的にやってた魔力集めも止まってるし、何か動きがあったのは明白でしょ？まあ、残ったマスターの中で一番厄介そうなのは竜道寺のやつだしね。
Oh, that'd be very useful.
それでしたら探索に専念した方がいいのではないですか？無理に時間を割いてシローに享受する必要はないと思いますが。まあそこはそれ。悪いけど我慢してちょうだい。私はね、まだ危なっかしくて放っておけないのよ。敵に殺されるのならいいけど、魔術をしくじって自滅でもされたら死として面目がないでしょ。
Damn. Ouch.
はい。リンの言う通りです。私はどうかしていました。リンの授業が必要ないなんてどうして思ってしまったのか。その理由は簡単だけど、まあ知らぬが花ってことで。それじゃあ午前中の鍛錬頑張ってね。そいつ頑丈だから。
Okay, thanks, Ren. I appreciate it. Thank you. Tasaka leaves the living room with an absurd comment.
セイバー、言っとくけど、遠坂の言い分なんて本気にするなよ。
A reminder, just in case. I don't know why Saber's so happy, but.
はい。分かっています。シローの体に関してなら、私の方が熟知していますから。
Ooh, pog. She replies like that.
どうしました？食べないのですか、イリアスフィール。昨日に比べるとまだ3割にも届いていませんが。違うよ。こっちのは食べられないの。私、辛いのはダメなんだ。
Damn. I like spicy food, to be honest. It sucks.
そう辛いとは思いませんが、この香辛料は鶏肉に合っています。
Dude, yeah, dude, spices and chicken go incredibly well together.
マスタードは嫌いなんだってば。いいから食べて。その代わり、そっちのイチゴの食べてあげる。
I'll agree with Ilya. Fuck mustard. That shit's nasty.
何をするのです、イリアス。こら、戻しなさい。それはダメです。甘いものが欲しいなら、リンゴのパイがあるでしょう。
Those are my strawberries. Sitting next to each other, the two of them are fighting like close sisters. It's past noon. We three are eating lunch together like yesterday. Oh yeah, the lunch isn't the only thing that's the same as yesterday. The training before this was exactly like yesterday's, where Saber killed me. No, it was more awkward today. I don't know how to put it, but my heart starts beating hard when I see Saber and I can't attack her seriously now. Saber's also acting strangely, as she never used to overlook such openings, but now she waits for me to attack. And for a while, we just stared at each other. I renewed my spirits with that and attacked Saber, but the results were the same. After repelling my half-assed attack, she would not counter and let me go. As I wasn't attacked, I would face Saber again and charge again, but she would overlook me again. This strange time ended about 10 minutes ago. At Saber's request, we entered the lunch break, and we're eating lunch now. The menu is the same as yesterday. Sandwich! Sandwich! But I couldn't just make the same thing as yesterday, so I elaborated on the ingredients, and it seems they really like it. Ilya's in high spirits, and Saber caught our breath, faced with the multicolored sandwiches. Just guessing, but I think Saber must have been getting ready. Anyway, it's much louder today than yesterday, and it's raining outside, and the floor is cold. It's cold wood. But I think this feels like a picnic. That is so adorable, man. That shit's cute, man. Okay, sure. Fair enough, picnics are fun. We can just... Ilya munches on the sandwich happily. Saber wipes Ilya's mouth. Oh my god, it's so cute, man. It's a bit surprising. It's not just Saber as Ilya trusts... It's not just Saber. As Ilya trusts Saber more than she did yesterday.
驚いた。拒否しないのですか、イリアスフィール。
なんで？私、優しくされるの好きだよ。他のやつが私に触れたら殺すけど、セイバーは綺麗だから許してあげる。
Okay, thank you.
それに、今は同じお弁当を食べる仲間だもの。セイバーが私のこと好きなら、私もセイバーのことは好き。
What a philosophy. Fair enough. If you like me, I like you too. Ilya says so simply. Saber looks at Ilya dumbfounded. Ilya's smile was a surprise attack even for me, who was watching from the side.
何？セイバーは楽しくないの？
あ、いえ、それは。
私は楽しいよ。外は雨で、ここはこんな殺風景な場所で、欲しかったものは何もない。
Damn.
けど、こうしていると嬉しいの。一人でいるより、ずっとずっとあったかいでしょ？
That's a nice perspective, actually.
セイバーは楽しくないの？
She must have felt something in Ilya's smile. Saber lets out a deep sigh and stares at the white girl.
そうですね。私も
Oh
こうして
god,
いるのはとても楽しい。
A clear voice. She smiles in a way I have never seen before. Look at her. Doki doki. My heart feels warm for some reason. That smile was good. That smile was for herself. Not a smile from watching over someone's safety, but a smile because she is happy herself.
シロ、どうしました？そんな顔して。何かいいことでもあったのですか？
Actually, yes.
いや別に何も。って今は変な顔してたか俺。
してたわ。お父さんみたいな顔。遠くからこっちを見守ってますって風なの。
All of a sudden, Shiro's voice changes. Ah, idiot. Oh, what? What the fuck happened?
私、そういう顔は嫌いよ。
The best part about doing Kiritsugu's voice is just having the one line down perfectly, which is, ah, Shiro, or ah, idiot. It's so easy to do that for me. I can voice in his voice a little bit, but none of it sounds as spot on as my initial line. I don't understand what she's talking about, but does that mean I was smiling?
そうか。まあいいことがあったからな。ついにやけちまったのかもしれない。
はあ、いいことですか？
Yes, something good.
そうだよ。セイバーは今みたいな笑顔のがいい。
He's gonna
それが見
blush.
れてよかったって。
Oh no?
難しいですね。そんなことが嬉しいのですか？
Yes.
だな。俺セイバーのそういう顔を見るのが好きみたいだ。
Saber nods, still not understanding. Then she must have realized something as she smiles and raises her head.
そうですか。それでは逆ですね。
Huh?
逆って何が？
私はあなたが笑顔でいてくれた方が嬉しい。
Fuck!
あなたが笑っていられるなら、私はそれで十分です。
Right in my feels! I can't look directly at Saber, but anyone would overheat if they were smiled at like that. Somehow I calm myself down and sneak a peek at Saber. Oh, so beautiful. Saber's returned to eating with a calm face. There's no unease in her expression. There's nothing to worry about, but something is nagging at the back of my head.
私はあなたが笑顔でいてくれた方が嬉しい。
Yes, with that smile I saw for the first time. She was saying something entirely contradictory. Oh, right. I listened to the rain in Tosaka's room. Today we performed a fake physical examination like yesterday. I just took the medicine Tosaka prepared for me and checked the magic circuit throughout my body. I guess it really is impossible to do any more here since it'll require a more appropriate environment. I don't care about that. I don't want to just sit here and do nothing. She told me not to move for a while to see the results, but I bet I can still talk.
トサカ、ちょっといいかな。
I call out to her, still meditating.
いいけど何よ。
セイバーのことなんだけど、なんて言ったらいいかわからないんだが。
Saying that, I realize I haven't thought this through at all. It's not even what can I do for Saber. I haven't even thought about what I want to do with Saber.
その、あいつ何がしたいのかなって。考えてみれば、あいつが自分から何かやるって今までなかっただろ？
セイバーが何を考えているかわからない？
いや、そういうわけじゃないんだ。ただ、あんまりにも無欲すぎるのがわからない。
Same, everyone looking at you as well, Shiro.
そう、そこがどうするべきなのかわからないんだ。
まあそうよね。セイバーが自発的にやったことってあんたを守ることだけだもの。でもだからといって無欲ってわけはないでしょ。セイバーだって自分の目的のためにあなたを守っているんだから。
Technically. That's right. I forgot about the reason she became a servant.
そうか。セイバーの目的は聖杯を手に入れることだもんな。目的がないってわけじゃないんだ。
And that Holy Grail will grant the wishes of its possessor. So Saber at least has a wish she wants granted. I don't know what it is, but it's a wish she wants granted even if it means becoming a servant. Surely the wish must be to save herself. And she wants to save something. Fortunately, it isn't herself, though. Yeah, for example, she's here in this time so she can stay here and live a second life with the power of the Holy Grail. I wish. I truly wish that could be the case. That would be lit. No, rather she has to go that far to make up for her sad end. Unfortunately, that's just... Oh, man, I feel bad that that's the way Shiro interprets it. Oh, man. In that case, that would be the same wish as a Skandar. Only without the conquest thing.
気持ち悪いわね。いきなり元気になっちゃって。今の話、そんなに面白かった？
Yes, Pog.
元気が出た。そうだよな。そうでなくちゃそこまで。
Sometimes you really just have to lie to yourself to feel better. I don't think Shiro fully believes that. I do not believe Shiro fully believes that. I nodded myself. Tosaki must have been shocked by my reaction.
エミヤ君、喜んでるところ悪いけど、それはあなたの早とちりよ。
Yep.
セイバーは自分のためになんか戦わないわ。
Yep.
あなただって分かってるんじゃない？セイバーはそういうタイプじゃないわ。彼女が聖杯を求める理由は決して自分のためじゃない。
Man, we really just took the wind out of Shiro's sails.
何を根拠に?
That on. I can't finish. That's right. Her last moment was a lonely one because she had no wishes for herself. So Saber cannot be seeking her own salvation. But still, I wanted to think that, so I distorted her personality for a moment. The conversation stops as soon as I start to think that the heavy silence will continue.
つまんない話だけどね。あーちゃんもあんたと似たようなことを言ってたわ。
は？あーちゃんってあのあーちゃん？
そう。私もね、あいつに聞いたのよ。そしたらあいつ。
Oh yeah, didn't he say he didn't remember? Or that he didn't have one?
あいつの望みって言われても困る。
I don't know anything about him. As Archer said that we'd eventually be enemies, he made no effort to talk to me or Saber. Still, he was sarcastic a lot, but I know he wouldn't have a stupid objective.
これがね、聞いたら笑うわよ。望みは何よと聞いたら、はいっつったら。
That's a new Rin sprite. I like it. It's cute.
そうだな。高級的な世界平和というのはどうだ?
Oh, I forgot. I just imagine Rin pulling out Archer's voice and Shiro just jumping out of his seat like, what the fuck? Oh my god. That would be something, I tell you. I mean, it's the same as me projecting Kiritsugu's voice onto Shiro, you know? It just happens. Ah, Osaka. Osaka. We need to defeat Kotomine Kirei. I mean, world peace sounds lit. If only it were possible. It's not. Unless you were able to take away free will, honestly. As long as humans are humans, and as long as humans are, yeah, as long as humans are humans, conflict will always exist, just like Kiri said in Phase Zero. So unfortunately, unless you take away free will, there's nothing you can do. Could you get a more peaceful world? Yeah, for sure. But a world without war just is impossible, unfortunately. No matter how positive you want to look at it.
そしたらあいつやはり笑われたか。まあ他人の手による救いなど意味はない。今のは笑い話にしておこう。なんて言っていじけちゃってさ。
There's no meaning in salvation by the deeds of others. Interesting.
なんかね、ああいうやつだから英霊になんてなっちゃって、私みたいな小娘に刺激されちゃうんだなとか思ったわ。
I see. He didn't look like it, but he was a fine knight.
けどね、間違わないで。聖杯が本当に全ての願いを叶えるのなら。
What do you mean by that?
要するに、それって何もないってことでしょ？争いのない世界なんて死んでるだけよ。物事は動いてないと腐るだけなんだから。
Yeah, it's actually true.
それ、あーちゃんにも言ったのか？
言ったわよ。そしたらあいつ、それが賢者の考えだ。
Archer's just dry sense of humor, and I love him.
私も同意見だが、今でもこれだけは愚者の夢を守っているのだ。だってさ。
I feel the same way, but I am still chasing a foolish dream. Oof, that's sad. So, does Archer really actually want that? Like, does he want peace in the world? That's how the wise think. I feel the same way, but I am still chasing a foolish dream. So he acknowledges that the validity of believing that it's pointless, but even so, he still truly wishes for it, even if he knows that it's foolish. If that's the case, then that could be another dynamic between him and Shirou. In the case, it's kind of like two people, kind of like one person who's given up on something but still believes in it secretly, and another person who hasn't given up on something and believes in it wholeheartedly, trying to convince the other person who's right or wrong, sort of deal. Because Archer, if Archer thinks that way, he sure hasn't. I really do think that Archer and Shirou are going to end up being mirrors to each other. Honestly, Shirou mirrors a lot of characters, if we're being real, which is what a good protagonist should do. He mirrors Saber very well, he mirrors Kirei very well, and he mirrors Archer very well. We'll just have to see how that goes. But yeah, I really like protagonists who have those foils, and I think that's where my favorite protagonists come from, for sure. It isn't necessary all the time, but when it's done, I absolutely love it, because I am shonen trash. I'm not calling Fate shonen, I'm just saying I'm shonen trash, so I absolutely love the trope of, like, I also, like, love Batman and stuff like that, and Naruto with, like, every bad guy being similar in a way to the main character in a different way. I just love that. But here, I'm very interested to see, it's not necessarily like bad guy and good guy, it's a lot more black and white than that. Not black and white, gray than that. Kirei is arguably evil, but still, we don't really... I don't think he's true evil, honestly.
まあそれはいいから、それじゃあ他の望みはあるのかって言ったら、あるにはあるが聖杯で叶えるほどのものでもなし、私の分は君に譲ろうとかなんとか。
Ooh, I wonder what that could be. Ooh, maybe it's a selfish wish.
あいつ、きっと聖杯は女からしか違いないわ。
I don't see it. Archer could, honestly, from my understanding, Archer and Lance are like, and Gilgamesh, I think, are like the favorite servants from the female audience of Fate. It's just fair. They're handsome, awesome, fucking good dudes. I do feel like the Fate fandom is majority male, though. That's just the case with a lot of series in itself. I mean, the phone game really is just a big advertisement for waifu gacha. Yeah, man. Especially my favorite servant, Jesus Christ. I see. Well, I think it's a good reference, so it did help me out a bit. Okay.
そういえば朝方言ってたな。話したいことがあるとかなんとか。
ええ、大したことじゃないんだけど、少し気になって。今更になるんだけど、エミヤ君はアーサー王の伝説を知ってる？
I don't think he knew much before, but he's starting to learn more because of the dreams. The Legend of King Arthur. I've had it forced upon me more than enough in the past few days.
人並みには知ってる。まあ、朝王が女の子だった。
Yes, that would be. Yeah.
そうね。けど性別に関してはどうでもいいのよ。別にアーサー王が女の子だったとしても、伝説そのものに変更を加える必要はないでしょ。アーサー王が周りの人間を騙し通していれば、女性であっても男性として扱われるんだから。幸いアーサー王にはマーリンっていう魔術師がついてたしね。インキュバスとの根血だっていう悪魔じめたやつだから、アーサー王の性別を偽装したり、生まれないはずの子供を用意するってのもお手の物だったんでしょ。
そうだろうな。
だから私が問題にしているのは伝説と今のセイバーの食い違いよ。ねえエミヤ君、あなたはエクスカリバーがどういうものか知っていて？
なんだよ今さら。エクスカリバーって言ったらアーサー王の代名詞だろ。妖精にさせて切れないものはなく刃こぼれもしないっていう名言だ。
やっぱりそんなことだろうと思ったわ。
Some reason to suck acts like she's won.
俺なんかおかしな。
言ったわよ。あなたもアーサー王と同じ間違いをしたってこと。マーリンだったら未熟者ってどやされてるわ。
だからな。岩に刺さった剣ってのはエクスカリバーじゃないんだよな。あっちの剣は途中で折れてしまって、その後に湖の妖精から譲り受けた剣があって、それがエクスカリバーなんだろ？
そうそう。エクスカリバーをアーサー王が受け取った時にね。おうよ。あなたがお気に召したのはどちらの方ですかな？
Oh my god. That's awesome, Rin. You did a good job.
剣か、それとも鞘ですか？
The sword or the sheath.
アーサー王はためらいもなく剣の方だと答えるんだけど、マーリンは叱責するの。お間違えめさるな。剣は敵を撃つものですが、鞘はあなたを守るもの。
You should value the sheath, not the sword.
この鞘を身につけている限り、あなたは血を流すこともなく、負傷することもない。真に大事とすべきは剣ではなく鞘なのです。
You good, Rin? Sokka imitates King Arthur and Merlin skillfully. Yeah, dude, Rin's into RP.
それでお前何が？
何って、ここまで聞いてわからない？つまりアーサー王は不死者なの。エクスカリバーっていうのは攻守ともに無敵の宝具なのよ。
Oh, so how did she die?
だから本当ならセイバーは傷を負ってもすぐに治るはずだってこと。
Okay, fair enough.
父さか、実際セイバーは傷を負っても治ってるんだ。
それはそうだけど、セイバーの自己回復はセイバーのバカみたいに膨大な魔力を使った力技にしか見えないっていうか。ともかく伝説のエクスカリバーの鞘とは違う気がするのよ。
なるほど。 遠坂がそう言うんならそれは正しいんだろう。ならこっちから質問。アーサー王は不死者だって言うけど、
Yeah.
それならどうしてアーサー王は死んだんだよ。
Saka opens her mouth, dumbfounded. After freezing for a few seconds, she grits her teeth and looks away. Oh, did she never consider that?
そうだった。エクスカリバーの鞘は途中で敵に盗まれたんだ。
Oh shit, so that's why her. Oh! That sucks. Damn, she could have really lived through that. Rip. Yeah, that's a simple mistake. I forgot about it too, but the fall of King Arthur started when he lost the sheath he should never have lost.
で、納得いったか、遠坂。
言ったわよ。笑い物にしたいならすればいいわ。
He's lying. I can tell she intends to axe kick me if I laugh.
納得いったんならいい。けど、どうしてそんなことを気にしたんだよ。セイバーが傷つかないかどうかなんて、お前には関係ないだろ。
うるさいわね。何よ、ちょっとそうだったら無敵だなーなんて舞い上がっただけじゃない。私だってね、たまには間違えることぐらいあるわよ。
This is hard. Would it be good for her if I correct her and point out that she makes mistakes often, not just once in a while? By the time the sun sets, the rain has stopped. Based on our conversation during breakfast, we should be going out into town to search for other masters after dinner, but...
その前に確かめておかないと。
Saber's intentions. I need to know why she is fighting.
と言っても、正面から聞いてもダメだな。
Yeah,
できる
indirectly,
だ
huh?
けさりげなく聞き出さないと。
I make my mind up and stand up. Let's go to the living room. I hope I'll be able to penetrate the fortress using the column before dinner as a shield.
例えばの話だけど、
Oh my god, just hypothetically speaking.
もし聖杯戦争に勝ち残れたとしたら、どうしようか。
So, since I couldn't come up with any good ideas, I asked her directly.
え？は？
Ha! They all give the same response with different expressions.
だから勝った後のことだよ。聖杯を手に入れたらどうするかって話。
そんなの説明されなくてもわかるけど、どういう風の吹き回しよ。あんたがそんなこと言い出すなんて。
Even though they don't nod, it seems like Saber and Ilya have the same question. I guess it was unnatural to abruptly ask, but I have to play ignorant for now.
ああ、いや、ほら、残ったサーバントはあと3人なんだから、そういうことを考えてもおかしくないだろう。
The end is near.
数が減って明白に終わりが見えてきたんだから。
まあ言われてみればそうよね。いくら四郎だってこの状況ならそれぐらいは考えるか。好きで始めたことじゃないって言っても命を張ってる以上は報酬ぐらい気になるだろうし。
そうそう。一応それぐらいは
Thank God Tosaka likes to reason things out. I think one of Tosaka's good aspects is to consider anything as a possibility, if it sounds reasonable. Well, just in this case, though.
それで遠坂はどうなんだよ。もし聖杯が手に入ったらどうするんだ。
I ask as naturally as I can.
そうね。私は勝つことしか考えてなかったから聖杯に叶えてもらうような目的はないわ。とりあえず聖杯を手に入れるけどその後のことは考えてなかったな。
So she's fighting because she doesn't want to lose, huh? Well, I guess so, but I never really thought I'd be right.
切れた。一番ものを考えていそうで実は一番考えてないのよね。
In a way, yeah.
言うじゃない。じゃあそういうあんたはどうなのよ、イリアスフィール。
It's just whatever the Einsburns want.
そんなの知らない。聖杯は私のだから誰にも渡すなって言われただけよ。もともと私のものなんだからそんなものに興味あるわけないじゃない。
要するに聖杯より聖杯戦争の方が楽しいってこと？
Yes, absolutely.
当然よ。私は勝つためだけに来たんだもの。
Oh,
聖
wow.
杯の使い道なんてどうでもいいわ。
Okay. That's why she's fine with Shiro getting the grill. They're the same. Two glare at each other silently, and there seems to be a sympathy I can't understand. Saber doesn't say anything. She must not intend to join this conversation. But no matter how much Saber hates it, I must ask her this question
二
now.
人の目的はなんとなく分かった。
I try to nod naturally, and
じゃあセイバーは？
I ask Saber. Saber doesn't answer. They must have realized Saber's acting in a complicated manner as they both stare at her. If I'm counting, there must be about a minute's silence.
今更語るまでもありませんが、聖杯を手に入れるのは私の義務です。聖杯がどれほどの許容範囲を持っているかは知らない。ですがそれが聖杯である限り、私は聖杯を手に入れなくてはなりません。
And of course,
そして無論、聖杯が私の望みを叶えられるなら、望みを叶えるだけですが。
She said it. Without a doubt, Saber said she has her own wish.
で、その望みって何なんだ?
That's where she's not gonna answer, I'm afraid. We're gonna have to get to the final day for that. I restrained my pounding heart and asked calmly. Saber doesn't answer. That's fine too. If she cannot answer, chances are good that her wish is a selfish one. That's what Shira's banking on, but the fact is, fuck. Considering Saber's personality, she would hesitate to speak of a selfish wish. So, I would prefer she kept quiet and not tell me a ridiculous wish. Such whining fills my head.
何? それってそんなに難しいこと? サーバントの望みは現世に蘇ることだっておじいさまは言ってたわ。英霊たちは二度目の生を得るために聖杯を求めるんだって。セイバーだってそうじゃないの?
I just don't see that happening. I raised my head at her words. There's no problem if that's Saber's wish. But...
いいえ、二度目の生に関心はありません。
Yeah, here we go.
私の目的は聖杯を手に入れることのみです。もともとこの身は聖杯を手に入れる代償としてサーバントになったのですから。
I knew that had to be it. What the hell is that? Did you guys hear that in the background? What was that? I knew the girl who took that oath pulling out the sword would not seek a second life.
ちょっと待って、聖杯を手に入れることと引き換えにサーバントになった。それって英霊になる時の契約のこと？はい。この身をサーバントとする交換条件として、私は聖杯を求めたのです。え？じゃあ何？あなたって聖杯を手に入れるために呼び出されたサーバントじゃなくて、聖杯を手に入れるために自分からサーバントになったっていうの
？She must be really surprised as she yells all this, then tilts her head, not believing her own words.
つまり、セイバーは英霊だから呼び出されたんじゃなくて、
Really?
自分からこの戦いに参加したってこと？
Huh.
けど、サーバントである以上、英霊として祀られているんだから、自分からこっちの世界に関わるなんてできっこないわよね。じゃあ、セイバーはサーバントのルールから大きく外れて。もうちょっと待ってね、今整理するから。いいえ、整理するまでもありません。
Oh man.
私は他のサーバントとは違います。私はまだ完全にサーバントになったわけではないのです。
Really?
完全にサーバントになっていない？
What does that mean? No, more importantly, what does it mean to become a servant? Saber said she agreed to become a servant as a price for obtaining the Holy Grail. So she wouldn't become a true servant until she gets it? Then that means...
ちょっと待ってくれ。サーバントっていうのはまさか何かを手に入れた代償として無理やり戦わされてるっていうのか？
いいえ、それは違います。もともとサーバントというのはこの聖杯戦争だけの特別な使い魔です。サーバントとは英霊の特性を利用した召喚魔術。
Really?
元は英霊なのですから、サーバントにパンを得た代わりに労働をするという決まりはありません。そうね。サーバントシステムってのはもともと守護精霊である英霊を利用したものだもの。元からあるものを使ってるわけだから、サーバント側にもマスター側にも代償として支払うものはない。けどサーバントになる前、人間から英霊になるには代償行為が必要だって聞いたことがある。英霊っていうのは人間の守護者でしょ。彼らは死した後も人間のために働いて、 人の世の滅亡を水面下で防ぐのだとか。で、そういった守護者になるには生前まだ英雄として現役だった頃に何かと取引をしなくてはならない。それが英霊の契約。世界に死後の自分を明け渡す儀式。交換条件によって財を得た者が英雄となり、英雄としてやりたいことをやった後、死後はサーバントとしてもらった財を返す。
Huh.
つまり英雄になるために借金をして死んだ後は英霊になることで借金を返すってこと。
I could never have thought of it like that before. Wow.
サーバントっていうのはその返済金額を横から私たちにかすめ取られて使役されてるってわけ。
Dude, I wanna learn about the servant stock exchange. That sounds lit.
つまり何かとの取引で人間は英雄になって英雄にしてもらったお返しとして死後は使い魔として使役されるのか。じゃあセイバーが英霊になった交換条件が
Holy Grail. The Saber obtained the Holy Grail in her life. She became a heroic spirit after she died as a price.
それこそおかしい。セイバーは聖杯が目的だって言ったけど、それはとっくに手に入れてるはずだ。セイバーは聖杯と引き換えに英雄になったんだから。
いいえ、シロ。私はまだ聖杯を手にしてはいないのです。
You got pretty close.
アルトリア。アーサー王の望みは生きているうちに聖杯を手に入れることだった。私は死ぬ前に聖杯を手に入れなければならなかった。そのためにもし聖杯が手に入るなら死後は守護者になっても良いと条件を飲んだのです。リンの言う通り、人間は英雄になるために世界と契約をし、人間以上の力を授かり、ですが私は英雄になるときに世界の後ろ盾を必要としなかった。
She didn't need support to become a hero, so Saber became a hero by her own powers.
けどあなたは英霊としてここにいる。アーサー王は英雄になった後で世界に違う交換条件を求めたってこと？
はい。私は最後の時にどうしても聖杯が必要になった。聖杯がなければ我慢できなかった。叶えなくてはいけない願いができてしまった。だから英霊の契約をしたのです。
This is low-key confusing, not gonna lie.
私の手に聖杯が握られるなら死後は英霊となってあらゆるもののために剣を取ろうと。
In her last moment, she wished for the Holy Grail's miracle. I understand how she feels. That bloody hill, the grave of many swords and the many corpses of knights, the lone king whose reign ended in betrayal. Her last moment was too unfair. Even if she had no wish of her own before then, she must have thought that I can't die here. I didn't want an end like this. So, if she wishes to prolong her life, she shouldn't be embarrassed about it.
そう。つまり死後の自分を売り払ってまで聖杯を手に入れられる手段を取ったのね。けどセイバー、あなたの出した条件っていうのは生きているうちに聖杯を手に入れる。
How does that work if the Holy Grail existed back then?
なら、
はい。私が生きているうちに聖杯探索はなし得なかった。私はアーサー王は最後まで聖杯を手に入れることができなかったのです。ですがそれでは契約が成り立ちません。世界が私をサーバントにするにはアーサー王が生きているうちに聖杯を与えねばならない。ですから
アーサー王は聖杯を手に入れるまで死なない。いいえ、死ぬことができない。それじゃああなた、
はい。アーサー王と呼ばれていた私は死を迎える一瞬で止まっているはずです。
Oh. Wait a sec. Is that why in Zero it seems like she goes back to Kamlan and relives the final moments forever? Because after she died, or quote unquote, you know, when she destroyed the Holy Grail and she died, she went back to Kamlan on the hill and was just experiencing that again, so it's just like a stasis, like she's just there forever until the time of summoning to get the grail. That's brutal. That's brutal. I don't know if I'm interpreting this right, but
時間軸から見れば私はとうに滅びているでしょう。ですがそれでは契約が果たせない。アーサー王は死の直前でサーバントとして召喚され、
This doesn't bode well for the game though.
死ななければならないのです。
For this route anyway.
時間が止まってるんじゃなくて、時間に止まってる状態か。
That's not tragic at all.
あなたがサーバントとして何度戦いを繰り返しても構わない。最終的には聖杯を手に入れて契約を果たすことは決まっているんだから、
そうです。いつかは聖杯を手に入れ、私は契約を果たす。だからこそ英霊になる前からいずれ英霊化が決定しているという条件であらゆる時代に召喚される。
That is some trippy shit.
それはこの町の聖杯だけではありません。聖杯が手に入る可能性があるならば、私はどの戦場にも召喚される。そうしていつかは聖杯を手に入れ、私の望みを叶えた時こそ、死の直前で止まっていた私の時間は進みます。
So we only know of like 5 Grail Wars, right? Could it be possible that Saber was summoned for more than just the 2 that we know, 4th and the 5th? I was thinking, but if there's only 5 and that would make her character more tragic. I don't think that's it though. That just seems.
最後の時を迎え、聖杯を手に入れた代償として、こうして英霊となるのでしょう。
死の直前で覚めない夢を見ているようなものか。
Having a dream you can't wake up from night before your death.
今回の聖杯戦争もセイバーにとっては夢の一つ。そして夢から覚めるのは聖杯を手に入れた時だけ。
I'm scared. This doesn't bode very well at all. This is leading to something big, and I'm fucking terrified. Oh no.
リンはシローが未熟だから私を霊体化できないと言いましたね。けれどそれは違う。私は未だ死者ではないから。
That's a cool reveal.
霊体にはなれないのです。
Hey, see, Urobuchi didn't spoil this in Zero, meaning he was capable of not spoiling everything. God damn it. Fucking rip.
半端な扱いですが、これでも位置づけは聖者ですから。前回の聖杯戦争でも私はそうだった。
Saber says so as if she's apologizing. I guess because she was lying about being stuck in physical form because I was inexperienced. I don't really care about that. There's something more important that I have to ask her.
Saber, 未だ死者じゃないってどういうことだ？聖杯を手に入れるまで死なないってのは分かった。話の流れから言って、アーサー王の時代からずっと生き続けてるわけじゃないってのも分かる。けど、そうでなかったら今のセイバーは何なんだ？本体の分身ってわけでもないんだ。
はい。こちらに呼び出される英霊というのは、すべて本体の分身のようなものですが、聖杯を手に入れるまでは死の直前に止まったままで呼び出されている。
This is some weird time shit, trippy time travel shit. Not time travel, but like, ugh, it's weird. I get what she's saying. It's just odd.
リンの言った通り、アーサー王は時間という大河の上で停止している。
In order for time to resume, she has to get the Holy Grail.
私はその位置から前か後ろかに飛んで聖杯を求めた後、止まっている場所に戻っているのでしょう。
But isn't that just a never-ending cycle of suffering? Because we saw in Phase Zero that happened. Oh my fucking... Seat of the heroic spirits, past, present, future, Tomlon. Arthur dies, summoned. Okay. I see it's pretty simple once I visualize it. King Arthur has stopped the moment before death. The flow of time doesn't care that she's stopped. It keeps flowing and we're at the present. She jumps to each time as needed and returns to her own time after completing her duty. That's what happened at the end of Zero, right? If she obtains the Holy Grail one of the times she visits, her time will flow again and she will die. Just like the history we know today. Oh no. Oh no, dude. I don't want the ending of this route to be that. I don't want it to be that she has to die and to awake. What? It's like snapping out of the dream that she's stuck in. Ah, fuck. There's a chance, right? You know, there's a chance of a happy ending here, right? I'm hoping so. Heroic spirits must exist like this. When they die, they are transferred to a place like a warehouse, where time doesn't flow. And they are summoned into various ages and disappear without returning. Yeah, so that must be what they mean by heroic spirits being a copy. It's like a clone made from their DNA. The heroic spirit that has complete abilities and memories of when it was alive will appear in this world and learn many things, but it is useless. They have no way to return to the main body, but merely disappear. So no matter how many times they are summoned into the same age, there will be no inconsistencies in their memories. I assume the ones that became heroic spirits will not change anymore. Even if they obtain a new knowledge, the self that learns it will just disappear once the duty is complete. Does that mean that maybe Archer was that? That's why he doesn't remember? In that regard, Saber isn't a complete servant, because Saber returns to her own time even after she is summoned, to the self that is about to die on the Bloody Hill. Yeah, that's a confusing part as well. Oh yeah, I never really considered that. Yeah, we're changing the past. Fuck. It's apparently omnipotent and can do anything. Oh, unfortunately, with my zero knowledge, Grail ain't that peachy. All for your selfless action of saving Britain. That is... Honestly, Shirou would probably do the same thing if he was in your shoes. Saber talks without much interest. That's strange. Making a wish come true using the Holy Grail, that's fine. But why did she say Arturia would disappear as a result? That girl about to die quietly alone on that hill. Yeah. It's hard for Shirou to swallow, but isn't it technically impossible though? Because the contract is that she becomes a heroic spirit? Or maybe it would be possible if she dies after being human? Again? No.
なぜそのようなことを言うのです、シロ。私の望みは国を滅びから救うことだけなのですが。
There we go. I can sense that my face is frozen. I should already have realized this, but my mind is spacing out and I feel like throwing up. But still, I forced my question out.
なぜも何もないでしょう。私は国を守れなかった。国を守るために王となったのに、その責務を果たせなかった。その時に思ったのです。岩の剣は間違えて私を選んでしまったのではないかと。
That's stupid. Why?
いいえ、その迷いは常に私の中にありました。私は王にふさわしくないのではないか。本当に選ばれるべき英雄は他にいたのではないのかと。あの時、政権を抜いてしまった時、国を救えなかった私より国を救えたはずのふさわしい王がいたはずです。
Could that be similar to Shirou's thinking of he shouldn't have been the one to be saved, that it could have been anyone else, and that having that doubt that maybe that's
だからもし聖杯の力で王の選定をやり直すことができるなら
You're erasing your whole existence. No, 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 you huh? You're gonna... Then what? Does she mean to say that her country would not have been destroyed if she returned to that time? I feel faint. I'm quickly surpassing mere anger that Saber would seriously wish for such a thing. I guess I'm dumbfounded right now. It's only natural. Saber's wish is not for herself, and on top of that it means her elimination. The girl in front of me exists because that holy sword was there, and because a king pulled it out. Preventing that would mean that the girl in front of me would not exist. Let's say she grants her wish using the Holy Grail. The girl Arturia, never becoming king, would live out her days a knight. But what about the saber in front of me? If she is a heroic spirit, she will continue to be summoned to fight after her wish is granted. Since she paid a price to obtain the Holy Grail, Saber will continue to be, even if Arturia doesn't become king. Taken away from the future and from the past, she will forever be the lonely king, dying on that hill. I can't allow that. There's no salvation there. Even if she did redo everything, and there really is a more appropriate king and her country lasts longer as a result, and even if she is saved, it's a lie. Even if everyone around her becomes happy, the 10 years she fought can't just disappear.
違う。そんなことはできない。
Alright. Game got me again. Tearing up, man. Shit hurts. That is... Oh my god, I'm so fucking scared. I don't want to finish this route anymore. I don't want to do it. I don't want to finish this route anymore. I'm fucking terrified of what can happen.
やり直しなんてできないし、しても意味はないんだ。
シロ。
そんなことに聖杯を使うな。聖杯はセイバーが戦って手に入れるんだろ。なら、セイバーは自分のためにその奇跡を使うべきだ。
ですから、私は自分のために使うと言っているではありませんか。私、アルトリアは王としての責務を果たさなければ。
So why don't you understand?
そんなのは、お前はもう十分すぎるくらいに果たしてるじゃないか。セイバーはあんなにも戦ってきた。裏切られても怖がられても負けなかった。
Oh, Saber's... Shiro's voice acting is really good. You can really hear the emotion welling up.
死んじまった後もお前だけがそんな誓いを守らなくちゃいけないんだ。
Saber's astonished. It's too late to regret what I've said. I shouldn't have admitted that I see Saber's past in my dreams. A heavy silence. There are no words to give her, nor any words to reply. I can sense that anything I say will backfire in this situation. But still, I can't just stay silent.
Saber, 俺頑張ったやつが報われないのは嫌なんだ。
I need a sec. Fuck. Just to take a drink and wow. So how's life, everyone? You doing good? Hopefully you are. Hopefully you're enjoying your end of the year. It's gonna be December very soon. Last month of the year, you know. Holiday seasons. Fun time. I guess. It's pretty lonely on my end, but I am surrounded by a really good community, and I do have a good friend, so I suppose it's worthwhile, you know? Hopefully everyone's doing well. We're just gonna end the Let's Play, you know, so I don't have to deal with all the pain that this game is gonna put me through. I'm kidding. I'm pretty sure everyone watching knows that I'm gonna beat this game, but fuck me. That is, I'm not prepared mentally for this shit, man. I am so attached to Saber as a character that this is scaring me beyond belief. I don't even care if she's in the other routes, like, you know, that I get to see her in the other routes, or that she's in the phone game, or she's in other spin-offs, and it's you still have to remember that this exists. This timeline exists. I'm so fucking scared that, oh my god, I know what they're gonna do. They're gonna do some, they're gonna pull the fucking plug on this relationship dynamic, and they're gonna make the viewers suffer. Oh man, I've got a good feeling they're gonna make the viewers suffer. That's just peachy, you know? Is our relationship? No, it's still the same. Let's continue the game. It's meaningless that way, and it's just too unfair. I know it's a childish ideal, but I want to believe that people will get happier the more they work for it. I agree. I really wish reality was like that. Unfortunately, luck and the way someone is born has a lot to play with it. Unfortunately.
他のマスターには負けない。聖杯は必ず手に入れる。だから、セイバーは自分の望みを叶えてくれ。
The thing is, couldn't Shirou, like, make a wish? Because was Shirou gonna wish too? Could he make a wish to save her? But that wouldn't... But she's bound by that contract, so there's nothing that he could do. But even then, the wish would be twisted and corrupted. We don't even know what will happen. Yeah, we don't even know. Because, like, the existence of Angra Mainyu in the Grail twisting it is gonna make this, like... We don't even know what's gonna happen. Like... Oh my god.
それなら俺はこの馬鹿げた戦いに初めて意味を見出せる。
Oh. That's the conclusion I've reached. I don't know what the Holy Grail is, nor if it's right to obtain it. But if Saber will be saved even a little, I'll be able to try with all my powers. Ah. The loud bell rings out and the house falls into darkness. Okay, well, the surrounding air changes immediately. Even though the lights suddenly went off, nobody says a thing and tries to fill the surroundings. The loud ring stops and the living room is silent. But the sound of light things rubbing against each other can be heard in the distance. Oh. Uh-oh. I nod silently. The sound is the same as when Lancer intruded. Oh no. Then this must be. Sounds are increasing and coming closer. A strange sound. It reminds me of bugs crawling around a light trap. This living room is the only place free of sound. It hasn't even been a minute yet since the lights went out, but the living room is surrounded by this unknown sound. There's too many of them. I'm a Magus too, even if I'm a bad one. I can sense that many sources of magical energy surround this place. Skimming quickly, I can at least count 20. 20? But they are strangely light. I don't feel any human will. Oh, shwa. Are they like familiars? Things making the sounds are like empty puppets. Do you know who this is?
Now
the Berserker's gone, it's like, it's free real estate. Oh. Unlike the three of us who are tense, Ilya is strangely calm. Which class? Oh. Golems? Okay, so if this is how this is playing out, we defeat Caster, and then all that's left is Assassin and Lancer. Alright. Alright. I don't think defeating Caster is gonna be easy, mind you, but Ilya says simply. And the sound stops at the same time. I take the wooden sword I keep in the living room. Tosaka and Saber seem to be waiting for me to make a move. Okay. I'm sorry, guys, I have to pick it. It's clear who the enemy is. If the enemy servant, if Caster is attacking with troops, there's only one thing to do. It's the other way around, Ilya. Tosaka binds Ilya's arm behind her back and puts her hand over Ilya's mouth. Ilya continues to throw out insults. Tosaka nods back, telling me I don't even need to say it. Turning my back on Tosaka, I hurry out to the hallway leading to the porch. Nodding back to Tosaka, Saber follows me. Those are skeletons. What are we, Jason and the Argonauts in this bitch? They have no skull, though. That's actually kind of terrifying. We really are playing a game of D&D right now. Roll for initiative. I got my own eyes. Sword is swung down on me. An unavoidable strike attacks me, aiming for my open head, but Saber deflects it. Oh! I avoided by twisting my body and parrying instantly with my wooden sword. I can't believe it myself. My body reacted as soon as my mind understood I was going to die. Did not expect that, actually. It attacks me the second time without hesitation, a smooth mechanical movement. A wasteless, accurate attack. But that's all. It's just accurate, it's not refined nor scary. The attack looks foolish compared to those of Saber. It feels like the touch of a feather compared to Berserkers. I repel the attack with my back to the wall, and in the space I retreated through, Saber's lightning strike smashes down. I hope that Caster does not have necromancy. It probably is necromancy, so how would we beat these things? Or are they just gonna keep coming? Aww. Saber scolds my carelessness. She's right, but I just didn't want to be following after her. There's nothing in the hallway. The strange thing that was blown away by Saber's attack has vanished like an illusion. Yeah, they're just mooks. And they come back up. Where were they hiding? No, when did they get this far in? Those things like bad building blocks are gathering with spider-like movements. And on top of that, they aren't the only presence I feel. Many more bones are surrounding this mansion. I jump away from the wall instantly. I slash the bones sidling up on me. After that, Saber smashes away the bones to protect my back. The bones move in with loose movements and all attack in the same way. It's not hard to repel them, but the house gets destroyed by every attack. No, and I only have a wooden sword. Even with the strengthening magic on it, it won't last too much longer. I don't want to think about it, but the number of these bone creatures might be infinite. We might continue this skirmish until we collapse. We need to run. I complained with my back to Saber. Not many bone creatures are coming for me. They must be coming from the inside the house as well, but most of them are coming in from the yard. Saber is slashing away the ones coming in from there. Their goal is the living room. Azilia and Tosaka are in the living room. Saber's busy dealing with the ones heading there. Saber readies her sword again. Her sword isn't invisible now. Maybe there's no need to hide it now, but the golden sword is glowing to show off its true powers. Well, I do mind. I yell while parrying away bones in front of me. Yeah. Wow, she's just out in the yard. Okay, let's go. The yard is right there. If Caster's in the yard, it shouldn't be too hard to get there. That means losing the defense. It's fine now since Saber's here, but the defenses holding the bone creatures off will go away once Saber goes out to the yard. I should. I believe in Tosaka. The sound of glass breaking. I hear sounds of fighting in the living room. I know. Either way, we're making the situation worse by delaying the decision. Hey, they're now fighting together. I love this. Ah, so good. Saber runs, smashing away the swarming bone creatures. Looks like a snowplow driving through snow. The bone warriors vanish without even being able to approach Saber. And are they like snowflakes? There's so many scattering bones that I feel like I'm in a snowstorm. She told me I'd have her back, but she's no need to protect her like this. There's no need to protect her like this. She more than makes me realize how great a swordsman she is. Saber charges without doubt. The foundation for all these bones. To defeat the unseen sixth servant that has invaded this mansion. Saber stops. The swarming warriors cannot be seen anymore. This must be the end as someone is standing there. A distorted figure. Then the figure wearing some kind of robe cannot be seen as if only that spot is smudged in black. Hello. A black shadow. I'm assaulted by an unknown unease the instant I look at it. Her voice is like... Oh man, her voice is so good. The figure snickers. It seems the thing in black is not herself when she's hungry. She's the master of the bone creatures, serving Caster. but I don't see any sign of a master near the figure. Is caster the same as Lancer, the type to take action away from their master? Saber asks unpleasantly. Excuse me? Okay. I don't know what kind of expression that black robe is making. The caster answers in a cold voice. Well, so what is your goal if your master's dead? You don't have that much time left to be here. Maybe you could sustain yourself by just eating more souls? Oh, fair enough. With the remaining time that she has left. Got it. I would assume. Saber's body inclines a little. There's only about 10 meters to caster. Saber should be able to close in on caster in under one breath and slash caster away. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, Saber. Badass. Saber tends to kill caster. I won't oppose. I can only smell blood on caster. I bet what caster said about killing your master is true. That this raid was also intended to kill everyone here. Yay! Nasu's gonna make us not know who the master is until a later route. God damn it. I was hoping we'd get to learn. One of these masters has got to be a character we've never seen before. Because I really don't see it being like fucking Issei, Mitsuzuri, or whatever. Like... So there's no reason to stop Saber. First of all, caster won't even be a match for Saber. I can sense caster's ability. Caster's the weakest when it comes to one-on-one combat. In this situation, caster can do nothing but fall to Saber. But I can't shake off this strange unease. This isn't like the hopeless premonition of death like with Berserker. It must be physiological hatred or an alarm against something bad. My left hand throbs as if to tell me that Saber shouldn't go near that thing. I hesitated too long. Saber jumps and sprints to the black shadow. Whoa! The distorted shadow smiles. Caster doesn't seem to be panicking about the approaching Saber. Yes. Caster says something in a language I can't hear and casts something that appeals to the brain more than words. The world distorts in that instant. No, the density of the air changes only around Saber. Like a bubble? Like, are they like trapped like in a little dome now? A huge impact. The ground sinks and it seems like something large came crashing down onto Saber. Damn. No, there was a murmur like a spell. Spells can indeed be shortened. The easier the magic, the shorter one can reduce the spell to change the self. But what's occurring before me is a great magic. No magus can express that in one word. Even if it is possible, they'd have to prepare a catalyst beforehand like Tosanka does. But still, Caster executed great magic with just one murmur. Caster isn't just on a different level. If that was Caster's magic, that figure is no mere magus. Sorcerer, maybe? Saber is frozen on the spot. Her leg froze as it kicked off the ground. She's bound in space right now. No, the air surrounding her has transformed into something like clear gelatin. Even if I try to approach her, I'm pushed away by an invisible soft membrane. It seems that this is only around Saber, but as long as her feet are not on the ground, Saber cannot move. Okay, well that confirms that she's a very old servant. Greek, Roman. Would they do another Celtic servant? I don't know. Norse, like those ones. Those are the myths that I could think of. Well, that's good to know. Fair enough. Her magic's on the sorcery level, huh? The laugh comes from the black robe. Saber's still bound in space. Saber! No. You just... Okay. She spits those words out. Unfortunately, she didn't know that Saber has that ability. The black robe retreats. After canceling Caster's magic in an instant, Saber dashes with lightning speed. But oh, shit. Damn it. I'm scared that I'm gonna get a game over. I feel like I'm choosing right choices, maybe. I don't know if she can defeat Caster if I pick that choice. Really quick, please. Yes! Yes! Sorry, I just have... Okay, female? That's actually pretty tall. Neutral evil. Magic. Yeah, those look like mage stats. Territory creation creates an area that is advantageous to one's levels of Magus. Enables the creation of a temple, superior workshop. Allows creation of tools that carry magical energy. It even allows for the creation of an immortality serum. But the result is only an imitation? Excuse me? That's crazy. High speed divine language. Allows the activation of magic without connecting the magic circuit or incanting the spells. Even great magic can be activated with just a single action. It's a language from the Gija gods, so modern humans cannot pronounce it. Gotcha. Okay. Hey, we have portraits of everybody now. That's actually awesome. Well, we have like the least amount of shit on Archer, but still. Neat. I've got a bad feeling about it, but if we use our command spell... Would that use our command spell? Don't do it, Saber. Saber raises her sword. She's already within striking distance. But I run to Saber as if driven by the pulse of my heart. Saber suddenly stops. It's not that Caster did something. Saber felt something from Caster and stopped herself. Saber instantly tries to dodge it, but Caster must have hidden something in the ground as hands of bone burst out of the ground and grasps. Ah, smart. A blade emerges from Caster's black robe. There it is, that weird dagger we saw her kill Shirou with. It's a weirdly shaped dagger. It's thin and brittle, a blade not suitable for killing. But Saber detests this blade, and Caster swings it as if this is her chance for victory. Saber must be surprised, getting her feet grabbed from the ground. She does not even repel the dagger and takes it in astonishment. Excuse me? I can hear Caster's voice behind me. I can't see what the robe's expression is like. All I could do was stand in front of Saber and take the blade in her... Oh. Shirou. God damn it, Shirou. Oh my god, you poor... But it wasn't a good job. I didn't have enough confidence to block Caster's dagger straight on. So I figured out it would be more certain if I covered Saber and held her in my arms as if to hide her. As a result, Caster's dagger wrenched open my back. Oh my god! I stopped myself from crying because of the pain and strengthened my grip on Saber. I can't tell what words are being said beside my ear. Oh my god. Before I can tell her to jump away, Saber must have understood. My body moves. Saber jumps back as if to shake off the hands coming from the ground, and I'm carried with her. Saber's voice is urgent. Even though she laid me on the ground softly, the pain in my back just increases. It's like having my back cut with scissors and having lead driven into it. Oh my god. In this pain, it feels like a cell phone is being pushed in the wound. I guess she's not panicking. With a loud voice, rare for Saber makes me rather calm. Shirou built different, man. There's no way this is the right choice. Really? Nodding my head, I point at where Caster should be. Saber faces Caster once again. Saber's voice sounds threatening. The dark shadow clucks her tongue in irritation and raises the warped dagger in her hand. So her noble phantasm is a dagger? The dagger must have a special property then. Poison? A curse? A spell? And it cannot kill even one person. Okay. Even though she says so, I can sense less composure in Caster than before. Even as powerful as Caster is, as long as she uses magic, she won't be able to hurt Saber. No matter what kind of a noble phantasm that dagger is, it won't do any good against Saber now. I order her, gritting my teeth. Oh, you. That's your... Damn it.
言うまでもないでしょうけど、私の魔術が通じないのはあくまであなただけ。あなたがそこの坊やから離れれば、追い詰められた私が何をするか予想がつくのではなくて。
This probably isn't the time to mention this, but man, her lips are nice. I mean, what?
貴様。
Saber says from the bottom of her lungs. The sound of the bones increases. They surround us. I made a mistake. Even if I could save Saber, it's pointless if I'm hurt like this. I'll only be a burden like this. If it was just Saber, Caster wouldn't even be a match for her.
話し合いに来たと言ったな、キャスター。Saber。マスターは黙っていてください。今は。
Interesting. What do you... Interesting. What plan do you have, Saber? Saber lowers her sword. I think I hear Caster laugh amidst the surrounding sounds of bones.
話を聞こう、キャスター。条件によっては見逃してやってもいい。正気？あなたたちの命は私が握っているのですよ。
Actually, you hold a life in your hands, not Saber's.
そんな強気な態度に出られると、つい握りつぶしてしまいそうだ。間違えるな。貴様が握っているのは私ではなく。
Yup.
私のマスターの命。
Yup. Just, oh, hell yeah, Saber. Same line of thinking. But if you...
それを潰すというのなら、私も容赦はしない。
Oh, Saber, you... Saber, absolute fucking badass, man. The air freezes. Even the bones around Caster are cowed by Saber's words. Code?
いいわ。そこの坊やには手を出さない。もともと私の目的はあなただもの。初めから私が目的？
Well, yeah, you're a servant.
そうよ。バーサーカーを倒したほどの英霊を見逃す手はないわ。
Excuse me?
残るサーバントは私とあなた。それにランサーだけ。あなたを味方に引き入れれば、ランサーなど敵ではないもの。
Assassin's dead? What the? Who killed him? What? Oh, okay, so either Lancer or Caster did. Right? There's no way Berserker killed him. You tell me who beat him? Oh, he's not here anymore. That's vague. Assassin was beaten? Then the master at Ryota Temple is no more? I didn't even know his identity, but that means another master has disappeared. Only remaining servants are Saber, Caster, and Lancer, who has not shown himself since that first night. Dude, this is insane. If we beat Caster, all that's left is fucking Lancer. Whoa. Wouldn't it be impossible to use, though? Yeah, exactly. Oh, great.
どんなに優れた騎士でも捕らえてしまえばどうとでも怪獣できるし、何よりあなたは私の好みですからね。
What kind of black magic do you
続ける
have?
のは楽しそうだわ。
Caster sounds really delighted. My lacerated consciousness boils up. I kick the pain in my back aside and get up. I can't let Saber fall under Caster's control just because of me. I decided to protect Saber, so I can't stay down with this kind of a wound. Saber! I mean, Shirou, holy fuck, dude! I take the wooden sword in my hand and swing at the bone creatures surrounding me. Saber's voice sounds urgent. Caster sounds delighted. The sound of many bones hitting against each other, as if to nullify all of those sounds. What the fuck? What? All the bone creatures are swept away instantly by a heavy rain of arrows. I stand there dumbfounded. The arrows that showered down like rain have disappeared as if they were an illusion. What? But it cannot be an illusion. The swarming bone creatures do not exist anymore. Lancer doesn't have arrows. Caster looks up. Saber must have already noticed this guy. Saber's looking up at the thing on top of the wall with surprise. What? Oh my god! it's what? This can't be real. Are you serious? Oh my god. Gilgamesh? Fucking Gilgamesh in all of his glory is here. Why the... Did he like take care of Lancer or something? And now it's just us three? Oh my god. That is... What? Wait... Oh, this music is really good, but... What? That is the craziest thing I've ever seen. What? There's something unexpected there. The man with his back to the moon is golden. The man clad in gold is looking down at the yard with a cruel smile. Holy... Oh my god! She must have instinctively realized that he has destroyed her troops as Caster raises her voice. The man doesn't answer. No, he hasn't even taken notice of Caster. He's only looking at Saber. This motherfucker wants his queen back. Quote-unquote queen. The Silver Knight beside me. I'm afraid he should not be acting so vain in front of Gilgamesh. Caster's voice sounds emotional, and with that, the man finally looks at Caster. Caster gasps, stared at by those red eyes. Even Caster's scared? I mean, I would be scared too, but that's insane to see after the man stares so cold. That thing isn't treating Caster as human! Even I can tell from here. It's only natural for Caster, the target of that stare, to be terrified by that pressure. Dude. How could anyone see this coming? I knew Gilgamesh would appear sometime, but not now. She asks in a trembling voice. She must know she'll be swallowed if she doesn't do so. But... Yes! Ah, Zashu. Of course his first line has to have Zashu in it. Motherfucking Gilgamesh, baby. The man answers with a verdict of death. A snap, oh my god. When I realize the sound is of his fingers snapping, the tragedy has already begun. Many weapons suddenly appear in space and shoot at Caster like a machine. He's just gonna kill Caster? Caster raises her arm. Concept of a shield. A film-like glass is created right above Caster. It probably has strength equaling Berserker's body, but was it useless because it was made of glass? Shit. Rolled like a crystal, it cannot even block one of the showering weapons and shatters into pieces? A dumbfounded voice. Without showing any concern for Caster's question, they pierce the black robe. There's no mercy at all. The robe is pierced by lances. As the robe is blown away, more lances pierce it. She's getting skewered. A sword into her falling body, an arrow into the arm falling to the ground, and an axe into her pained head. Oh! Oh! Each becomes a deadly guillotine. Survival is impossible. Caster is completely cut apart and dismantled, and she now looks like a mountain of red meat. Oh my god, Gilgamesh, what the fuck? Oh my god, he just eviscerated her. What? The wind blows. The black robe who lost its master floats away. Floating away. The shredded robe still barely keeps his form. Now, it is all that remains of what used to be. What? Oh my god. I can't even fucking function. So you're telling me Gilgamesh is just a spectator, you know? He can just come and kill any servant he wants in about 5 fucking seconds. Of course. You know, this is just peachy. We can't win. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We still have Lancer to deal with. We don't know what Kirei's up to. And Gilgamesh, okay, we're boned. I can't say anything. My strained mind just watches the black robe floating miserably in the wind. In that instant. Oh! Okay. The golden man roars in a voice full of contempt. That's Gilgamesh. It's not an illusion. What a way to introduce this man. You could not ask for a better introduction. Sure, he showed up at the beginning of the game with Sakura, but you could not ask for a better introduction to a legend like Gilgamesh. That's brilliant. The black robe twists like a wave, grows black wings, and tries to fly away. But it's too late. I don't know what the man did. It's just that a crack ran through the night sky. The dislocation in the sky swallows the black robe. It reminds me of someone getting run over by a steamroller. The black robe falls. Underneath it is Caster unscathed. Really? There. Oh. That's fucking brutal, dude. That's brutal. Caster has a lot of tricks up her sleeve, but Gilgamesh is too OP, man. Look at that. There's so many swords going into her. Storm of Swords showers onto her. Yep. That's a death scream. The scream echoes through the night. The swords multiply in response to the scream, and the scream gets louder in turn. Fuck. Begging for mercy, Gilgamesh will not spare even an ounce. Caster must have regenerative powers like Saber. Oh my god, Gilgamesh is toying with her. She cannot die even when swords are stabbed into her, so her figure is just too miserable. The rain doesn't stop. She's getting tortured. The weapons each different in shape, and none of them are the same. I don't want to admit it, but each one of those weapons equals the noblest. What? I didn't know that. I actually feel sympathy for Caster right now. Her voice acting is incredible, by the way. The merciless rain of noble phantasms. Caster struggling under it is just pitiful. Oh. Jesus. And that ends it. With a black mist hiding Castor, the servant disappears. The infinite cycle of torture that I thought would last forever lasted only about 10 seconds in reality. Through it all, Saber stares at the Golden Knight, standing on top of the wall. Saber's gotta recognize him, you know?
魔術師風情騎士王を捕らえるなどと口にするのも大罪よあれは王である俺のものだ王の手を出す輩にはかような串刺しが似合っていようさて久しいなセーバー覚えているか俺が下した決定を
Okay, that is brilliant. If you've never seen Zero before, you would shit yourself at this part of the game. Nasu, man, brilliant. Fucking brilliant writer. The decision being that he wants to wed her, he wants to own her, basically. Because her suffering is just fucking beautiful. He loves it. It tastes delicious. The man says in an intimate manner. Saber doesn't answer, but her glare is different from before. There you go. Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh's like, oh man, I've been waiting for 10 years, but oh yeah, for you? Oh man, it's recent, huh? Bruh. The man laughs happily. My chest is hurting. Partly from seeing that tragedy, but more than that, I feel sick when that man looks down on Saber with such a ridiculous expression. Shirou and them? Commenting unhappily, the man turns to the mansion. There, on the porch in front of the living room, are Ilya and Tosaka. No. Please, no. Ilya's looking up at the man as if she's seen a ghost. Straining her eyes, she shakes her head, saying it's impossible. Ilya jumps off the porch and glares. No, please. What? No! Please, God, no. My call to restrainer comes too late. Cluster of magical energy, Ilya releases, shoots straight. No! A clanging sound. The man didn't do anything. A mirror-like shield appeared in front of him and reflected Ilya's magical energy shot. As she fired the magical energy in anger, there's no way she can react to it. Ilya stands dumbfounded before the magical energy she fired. Tosaka! Yes! Tosaka for the save. She's barely saved by Tosaka, who instantly blocked it. Strange hybrid this time. Are you talking about Ilias Phil? Like Iris Phil being a mistake? The man looks at Ilya. Oh my god, the amount of foreshadowing that Nasu puts into this. How the hell did this man come up with all this? Like, imagine writing all of your twists and shit before writing the story. Like, oh my god. A cold stare like the one directed at Saber, a stare prizing a position. Ilya still glares at the man pinned by Tosaka.
いいから早く開け。そうだ。せっかくの5人目なのだからな。
The weight of the grail. The man speaks plainly. What kind of effect does it have? Ilya shakes violently and faints. Excuse me? That's it. That's all that'll happen. All Tosaka and I can do is look up at that man. We both understand. He isn't looking at us. We would just share Castle's fate if we raised our voices. But Saber's different. She's staring at the Gold Knight in a different kind of silence. That. I am kind of envious I didn't start with the VN now. Just a bit. Just a bit, not gonna lie. Imagine reading that for the first time. Oh my, that's brilliant. Not even gonna deny that. That is so good. Saber tries to control her voice. Tosaka and I can only be shocked by her words. Yep, another archer. Does that mean Gilgamesh is the final boss of this route? Because, I mean, Lancer, fine. Like, I'm not trying to disown Lancer, but it's fucking Gilgamesh. Okay? Saying so, the man turns away. He turns his back as if saying he has no interest in us. We are nearing the end of this route, aren't we? Oh my god. This story is so good. The man disappears. With that, the tension in the air vanishes and the yard returns to its usual silence. Ilya's survived. Good. I know I keep saying this, but as someone who watched Zero, the way that this game foreshadows everything is, like, I'm at a loss for words at how amazing this game is written. Just anyone who ever shits on Fate and hasn't read the VN can actually stick their opinion up their ass. Not gonna lie. Not even gonna lie. But that's the only thing that returned. And but I don't mean you can't criticize it. I just mean there's a lot of people who just hate on this series and they haven't even fucking read this amazing novel. My home isn't ruined and Ilya is unconscious. Saber, keeping her back to us, still bears that heavy silence. Oh my god, status? Oh my god. Gilgamesh. Ooh, those stats. Holy, that's actually... Okay. Gay Bulg will not do anything to him. Okay. With the EXNP. That's the first EX we've seen, right? And yeah, that's the first EX we've seen in the game. Magic defense against magics. It cannot nullify them, but damage is somewhat reduced. Okay. And independent action. Can act without a master. That is huge. Because if the player doesn't know why yet, but charisma, talent to command and lead a great army. At this level, it's not so much strength of character, but more like a curse. Yeah. Fucking Gilgamesh. Yep. Look at him. Chad boy. Fuck me, man. How's the relationship's doing? Still the same. I lay a futon down in the living room and place Ilya on it. Even though she's unconscious, Ilya's face looks calm and there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with her. She hits my back. I forgot, our choice was right. Getting stabbed was right. You know, I'm just gonna have to accept the fact that I don't know if it's gonna be a bad end with Shirou getting hurt or not. Unless he gets